decided to make a video of this because I feel like it should be talked about somewhere. You know, the thing about waking up one day and hearing that you're paralyzed in the mind by schizophrenia, or whatever they say it is. It could be depression, anxiety, and a mixture of everything, and you don't want to try anymore because you get so tired of crying over job applications and questioning why is everything the way it is. Just sitting here laying against the bed, like, because I had did my makeup because, like, I wanted to look like I was maybe not that crazy. I guess sometimes I don't want to look how I look, and I get out of bed and my makeup's all runny because of the tears, so I can't wear mascara anymore because I'm always crying and I'm always breaking down, and I don't have that necessary support system that everybody talks about. I don't know who I trust. I don't know. I know I trust God, but there's some days I don't even trust God, because I'm like, I went from praying every day, but I was always backsliding. I was always smoking cigarettes nonstop, and I ended up getting to a point where I lost my teeth, and I couldn't get any new teeth or afford any type of way to look not crazy. So I had to talk a certain way so that people wouldn't look at me funny because my teeth were damaged from my negligence and non-proper taking care of them. I got so depressed that every single day I would just not brush my teeth or swig some Coca-Cola or something, and I got tired of being around people because my dog's scratching herself in the cage and I'm watching her, but I got tired of the comparison. Everybody else that wasn't mentally ill or on medication, they had more advantages because they didn't have to go to therapy every month and get a shot and do this, that, and the other, and so easy for me to compare my life to theirs, because it got to the point where every time I would open up a job application, I would see an area that I'm close to, and I would just start to get all these feelings of, I can't get this job before I even applied, I got to the point where I thought I was so stupid that, and I'm trying not to cry. But yeah. It gets to the point where, sorry. It's really hard to hold it in. Sometimes I don't mean to look so emotional. It's just every day I would just look at the application and just think to myself, what are you good at besides being a complete letdown of everybody else? And like, what do you have to bring to the table? Like, what do you have to offer the world? Even if it was just a stupid McDonald's job, I would sit there and think, what do I have to bring to the interview that I have courage in? But I don't have those things. Like, I pray for them constantly, and I just realized that, like, the depression in me says that, like, don't do anything. Just leave everybody alone and just stay to yourself and don't bother anybody because you're not being positive if you talk about your problems and constantly cry. So it's really hard to be schizophrenic, because when you hear the word schizophrenia, everybody always assumes that like it's a complete loss of touch of reality, that you see things that aren't there. And I used to think that I could see things that weren't there because I had a spiritual gift. But then I was like, maybe it was just I was mentally ill and I didn't know what I was talking about. And so I kind of got to a point where I was like, I didn't believe in God. And I still question that. Like, I don't not believe in God. It's just, I wonder how you went from one stage that you're healthy, and then the next stage you're loss of mind, and your only answer every day is just to be so high off nicotine that you just basically can't feel all the pain that you inflict on other people by not being around them and not spending time with them, or just spending too much time with people, and they want their space and they don't want to talk about your problems anymore. It's not a concern for them. It's not their problem. They don't have to deal with schizophrenia. And I used to have a TikTok account, and I had to stop posting because I was just posting so much depressing stuff. So it was just like, I'd rather just not post anything that's going to get taken down. And then it seems like every time I get done doing something, I'm just back on to my ways to cope. But like, I just wish that I mean, just being able to be positive enough to just try to put on makeup and try to look better, and try to like braid my hair in some fashion, even though it doesn't look the best. It's just like, there's always like a small little joy inside of being mentally ill, or not mentally ill, but having a small little joy of being able to recognize there's always something that can distract you from being alone and shutting yourself off completely or partially, but keeping your eyes open but not keeping your eyes open is what I'm saying. Depression has a way of making you feel like you just want to be alone all the time, or you just want to be surrounded by a bunch of supportive people, which you don't always have. So, yeah.